Hi there, Reynald here from Millennium Super Trader Education. Just a quick market update looking at the S&P 500 based on the broader market analysis point of view. On a weekly chart, we can see here at the very last minute the bulls took over, hence there's more demand than supply. It went back up to where it started, so we have another doji, long-legged doji right here. So as part of that, touch pretty much the correction part. I believe it's reaching now to a void right here, that the odds and probability that it will retest the 1360 around this point in time is more than likely to happen. Since it's running also running out of steam, odds and probability retest the 1360 and then we'll come back up to create a new higher high if it's really that strong. Overall, bulls are in control, no doubt about that. And looking at the daily chart, which shows a better, clearer picture, after 3 days in a row where the bulls took over back to where we started, we're going to see some form of stabilization. If it doesn't want to create a new higher high next week, part of the stabilization, then another correction back to around the 1360, 1350 by next week. Alright, so that is it pretty much for the S&P 500. So back to the supply levels. In my opinion, being in level supply, and once the stabilization is in place, there's a minor short correction to the downside. Okay, next one I'll be talking about is our friend GBPJPY, which the trade of the year from what I can see. Now, with this on the other hand, just give me a look at the weekly. So we have two dojis, long-legged dojis in a row. There's a pattern called the tweezer pattern, but the high is low compared to that previous high. We also have a lower low. So despite the 1000 pip movement to the upside, which is this one is no longer valid. Let me delete this. Have a new supply level. Back to the level of supply at the end of the week, really strong. It came back all the way down to around at 127, 2650 around that point, which is also a good demand level around this area, and rebounding back up. My take on this one as well is a correction that's gonna bound to happen, and when that occurs, there's some opportunity as well to the downside, approximately close to about 400 pips if it chooses to drop. But if not, part of the stabilization phase and continuation of the momentum to the upside. But if not, then the stabilization and a correction will follow before continuation to the upside. Alrighty, so that is it for me in terms of my quick market update. Looking also at the weekly right here, so if I just extend that, air supply doesn't want to, running out of steam, odds and probability that this may continue to drop next week as well is more than likely to occur. Okay, that is it for me. Thank you for listening. Happy trading, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.